Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to episode 46 of the Trinity podcast.
Wasn't ready. It was on low. My daughter's making videos yesterday. She's like, Dad, turn off the sounds. I don't want them.
It's too loud for everything. I don't want my thing to be like yours, man. Move, man. It's too loud.
Immediately blames the daughter as well. Look how quickly, you know what I mean? For his own.
It's all Eddie's fault.
Yeah, immediately.
Well, the first thing of the new year should be accountability. It's the first Trinity podcast, and straight away we shifted it to someone else.
Yeah, bro. Dressed to Impress. That's the game that all the kids are playing, bro. She's locked in, so yeah.
Dressed to Impress. What they got to do? Like make a character.
They got to like wear these outfits, and then they got like everyone's in. It's an online game, and they have to make the best outfit, and they vote for each other.
Styling.
5 stars. Yeah, styling, bro. She's on it. The channel. That's what she's on.
Okay, so she's like, I don't need no bombs for that. Get that off.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want anything.
I'm trying to style. Well, we definitely need bombs in this show. We definitely need bombs in this show. So level up, Reggie. Level up, because boy, we've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot on the horizon. It's a big weekend. One weekend that it's been our calendar marked for a while that we just do not want to get to. But before we carry on with the show, as always, you can scan the QR code or subscribe to the QR code and the link in the video description below for 70% off your Oxford Natural products. And here's how. This video is brought to you by Oxford Natural and the Optimum Day and Night capsules. This is the perfect way to take charge of your weight loss journey through Optimum. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the video description below to start your journey now. Look at the difference. I mean, just look at KG. The proof's in the pudding. Shout out to everybody at Oxford Natural and Gowan Life. There you go. You can get your Optimum supplements right there. Scan the QR code on screen. It's up to 70% off using code United View or use the link in the video description below. We have been optimized this whole time. The optimization has not stopped. Part of life. It's an Onana special, but the good part of Onana.
Don't say that.
No. But the good part in terms of it's part of life.
Want to hold on to the Optimum. You know what I mean? Don't want to be.
All right, cool. All right.
Here's your Optimum.
Oh shit, you're not doing that one. All right. Sorry, guys. I was doing the more. That's his saying. He said it to us live in person.
No. Yeah, but the thing is, why was he saying it? Like, he was saying it because he'd made loads of mistakes, wasn't he? You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of
yeah. So I was I was only taking the bit part of life, but I take it back.
No.
All right, that's been revoked. But it's part of our own lives, and we've made it part of our own lives, and that's been positive. We haven't dropped the bag on anything. We ain't dropped any bottles. We ain't dropped nothing. We kept the routine going.
Think about that by the way as well. You sort of go to him, Andre, keep your head up, and he goes part of life, and you go, shouldn't be that often part of life though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
should be part of life, isn't it? Well, you know,
yeah, but then when he started turning it around, like this season, like the first bit where we were like, oh, he's got the most clean sheets. You know what? Where we was, that bit, Cage, we was all able to say like, yeah, well, it was that. We know that now. But at the time, we weren't saying that. We were going, you know what? Yeah, he's turned it around. That's good. He's calmed down. We're not talking about him anymore. During that period, we said that like, oh, part of life. He was right. It is just a phase, But
man, I even watched the show. I even watched a show with Crookie in that year. And they were like, because did you say he's better than Martinez?
Did I say he's better than Martinez?
Yeah, like it was in the comment section when this guy was like, he was rating the keeper and he said that he's better than Martinez or something like that.
No, I wouldn't have. I definitely didn't say that.
Hope that wasn't true because I saw that in the comment section. You know when he said,
I've said he's not good enough.
He went and apologized on there though about like getting gassed about the goalkeeper and stuff, and then realized,
because he's not good. Yeah. Absolutely.
Man, when I see you apologizing on other platforms, I thought this is so funny.
It's serious. I have to. I am keeping it. Do you know what I even did? Do you know how low my thing is now? I done another apology yesterday on somewhere where you shouldn't really apologize, and I don't care. You lot are gonna say don't do it. I don't care. I did it. I apologized on Cop TV.
For what?
For my crimes against Slot because I said the madness. I had to.
Oh, and if he goes and wins as well, we've all done it.
I had to. No, I had to. I took the opportunity. I said, and AGT, you know what? This is something I don't normally do.
For the big game, though.
Before what big game? What do you mean? Bro.
Sunday, mate.
I said we'd lose 4-0 on Cop TV. What do you mean? I've gone out. I haven't done no banter. But then he tried to do some things where I was like, you're still Liverpool. I hate you. You're going too far now. Like, He was like, yeah, because Mo Salah owns your club, though, isn't it? Because he's got like 11. I goes, we're the biggest institution in football. Nobody owns us apart from like the Glazers. Don't say that. Like, there's still like, I'm not gonna say, yeah, Mo Salah owns us still. No, like I said, there's still
so he still showed
limits. But like in terms of the game, and like that was the first. I said this is the first time I've been on here since I said that. Figured it. He was like, yep, bro. They said to me, who do you want first game of the season, bro? I said Arnie Slot. There's only one board. There's only one board manager from the Netherlands who can come here. Make us get him. And then we got them first home game of the season or second home game of the season and got mash up. And now they've been like, I had to say sorry. It's as simple as that.
I hear it. You
so,
know,
yeah, that's what my weeks look like. What's yours look like?
You've been on a vicious cycle, to be fair. And this is what Man United does to you, isn't it? Is you talk with chess, and they inevitably will let you down, and you have to apologise.
Yeah,
like,
especially when you go so strong.
Have we collectively done over the last?
Oh, there's been a few, man, and you know what?
Because you don't normally say sorry. You try not to.
Even
KG's
done so.
I just don't make videos. The last 2 days, like yesterday, I didn't make one.
What? What do you mean?
You just run away. You just
Nah,
bro, don't do that. KG, don't do that. You can't.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Wait, you needed a break.
Took a break, mate.
Well, you needed a break on January 2nd of the new year.
Yeah, mate. Start the third.
Wait, is that all you've done?
Yeah.
You've gone not doing it, mate.
That is mad. January 2nd, he goes, need a break.
Yeah, I did. You know what? United, decided to ruin. Let's be real. If we allowed them to, they would have ruined Christmas and New Year. Let's have it right. Like, you saw the game Christmas Eve or just before. I can't remember when it was, or it was before or after, but it's all just messed up. I just remember being in Saudi and seeing a result that didn't make sense. Then I remember
it didn't make sense.
It didn't make any sense. No, it didn't, because you're like, what's going on? Why? Who did we even play? Like,
Bournemouth 3-0 before Christmas.
Bournemouth 3-0. That can't make sense to us. And I know, obviously,
that's what it was last year.
Right. I know there's that line that everyone says we have no divine right to beat the smaller teams and stuff, but 3-0 to the Cherries is excessive. Personally, I just feel like, wow, like
bro, we got 3-0 by them last season at home.
I know, but it just feels crazy, right? And then after you go into the next game, and we had the Onana. It's like we had the appetizer, because we had the Bayern Deer special, and that was a Tottenham game. Yeah. And I feel like it's just not got better since the Bayern Deer special.
No, they're all shooting from the corners. That's the tactic. Shoot from the corners. Make sure you shoot from the corners.
And you know why I'm more terrified? Because, like, you know, when you say I've had enough, like, I know, Virgil van Dijk and the rest of them tall towers, are about to go crazy. Like, all their goals, I would expect, let's say, 70% of their goals to come from set pieces on Sunday. And that scares the living daylights out of me. You talk about players with mentality. We ain't got Anfield mentality. If we're struggling to go to Bournemouth, vitality, we can't even. We're showing nothing at the vitality.
Well, we ain't played them there this year.
We haven't gone there yet.
It's Molyneux. It's Molyneux. It's Old Trafford, bro. It's Molyneux. It's Molyneux mentality we haven't got. We couldn't go to Molyneux, is what you should say.
Well, we couldn't go to Molyneux. Couldn't go to London Stadium. We couldn't go to Portman Road. Just think of the place we couldn't go.
But we could go to the Etihad. So
yeah, but you can't. And you're saying about big players heading the ball in. I'm thinking about people that are just taking the corners. You don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold can put it in top corner from the corner spot?
It's funny you say that, Owen, because Alex was like, mad. I said this to AGT, and he was like, funny enough, bro, like Trent from corners hasn't been that good. He's not really. He's like Robbo from the other side, not really. And then watch what will happen now.
They're gonna all
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, did you see those stats of it as well?
You know, when they do that, when he does that annoying, they put their hands up and stuff, and they get into that stuff there. I just don't want to see that.
Oh, he hopes Trent kisses the camera is his thing. We have to guess 3 things we think that will happen in the game. And like you want to. My 3 boards was my board. I wrote first one. I put Onana and Martinez mistake, or I put Onana or Martinez mistake.
We're dropping Martinez.
I hope so. The second one I put was United concede from a set piece.
Borough.
or Mazraoui. He's
Well,
got.
it has to happen now. Now it has to happen.
I don't think he will. I think he'll
He
go. I
won't.
think he'll keep with him.
He won't.
I think he'll keep with
It's
him.
got to happen now. It's got to happen. Like end of the day, as you said, Flex, because we had that mother of all arguments, and when I look back at it, I think, oh, it's really awkward for Owen. Just yes.
Well, awkward for him. He was laughing. He was loving it, man. Don't feel awkward
Look,
for this guy.
You know what it is, yeah. I've been with you two. I've been doing this long enough that I thought I could interrupt a couple of times, but it's funnier if I don't. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna.
This guy was going super chat from Red Baron says, "So Flex, you were saying that you feel like he knows what he's doing."
I'm the ultimate shit stirrer. You know what I mean? I'll chime in if I feel it's dying a little bit. You know what I mean? And go, but KG, didn't Flex say this? You go, yeah, he did say this actually, yeah. And then sit back like that.
It's so funny because obviously Flex has been on this world tour and being nailed to the cross and everyone giving him pelters and stuff, and him not realizing that.
And he's also been bringing up, because he used the phrase "nailed to the cross." He's used that phrase about 10 million times since the argument. I brought it up and I was nailed to the cross.
Yeah.
So I didn't really.
I got stoned. Cersei settings, so it's not my fault.
Someone put into the comments passive aggressive on a scale of 1 to Flex. That was
yes. No, I'm dropping him off for that.
But then, but why did no one reprimand the people that done it to me then?
What?
Why is it all passive aggressive?
No, this is Man United, bro.
Right.
You know how this goes.
That's why I apologize, isn't it?
Stop apologizing for stuff you don't mean, bro. You keep like.
What do you mean? I do. I'm sorry. I did that.
That's what I said before. Lots of apologies, isn't it, KG? There's a lot of apologizing going on. But
I'm sorry
the actual amount he's really apologizing for is like 50%.
Yeah, he's not really apologizing. When you actually break it down, you're like, Lex, what you apologize? You apologizing for? He goes, well, I'm not really sorry because I still think you should change something. But like,
yeah, but I'm not allowed to do that. So I'll apologize.
I'm sorry. I said
there you go. Passive aggressive from 1 to Flex. Well, I'm not allowed to say that.
I love that.
That's a new scale, yeah, Ross.
But then let's really talk about some of the stuff that he could, because there's changes that can be made. And
there isn't.
No, there is little change.
There's can't change anything.
No, in personnel, not in system. Not in system.
Well, I tried to say that.
Not in system.
Careful, KG. All I'm saying is, let's go down this route. No. I'm just being fair, because I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't say to you and prepare you. That's fine. You're saying this, but I tried to say this, and that's what happened. So let's talk about this.
Is that your frustration then, Flex? Do you think that people 100%?
I even said it in the thing. I said it doesn't have to be the formation. It could be and then that's when I got angry. I said, "Well, start by not playing Martinez then. How about that? Like, there's things you can do. There's always something you could do within the system." So that's all I was saying.
There we go. So anyway, we got the first one in terms of like now, because even the work that Carragher's done, and Carragher just turns into like the oracle whenever Man United are playing. I feel like he gets out his best type of punditry. And one of the main things that you're starting to realize is we've understood Mazraoui, Delo, any of those lots as the wing backs, which I've been saying for a while. Let's get Ahmad back there as soon as possible. We must. Like in this game, especially because it's so hard. Like now teams know, stop Ahmad, you kind of stop Man United, but stopping Ahmad in that 10 position is easier to do when he's out wide and he's got chalk on his boots. You just don't want to get out there because it can end up dangerous. You go in and he jinks out. It's literally, it could be a 3v1 in them kind of situations, 2v, you know what I mean? So that's the smartest thing to do. Another move that I think he should make is that the Martinez call. Martinez has been stinking up the place. I understand what you're saying about the Xerxes thing, just as much as Xerxes did in that game, if not more. And he's had more bad games. Get Martinez out the team. Another important factor to make it, and bringing people back in terms of your Brunos and Agates. You give yourself an opportunity, at least minimum opportunity in this game. What say you lot?
Owen, yeah, what you say? He's gonna go, I don't care. We're just rubbish anyway. See, look at his face, bro. That's what he's gonna do.
That's the Owen special. You actually preempted the Owen. You actually preempted
AG, at this point, does it really matter? That's what he's gonna say.
But it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, cool. Like Martinez doesn't start, right? And you say Lenny Yoro comes in. And I'm just not even having to go at Lenny Yoro, but it's just sort of saying like, inevitably the result's going to be the same, isn't it? Really, that's why I was kind of. It's a difficult one with the changing things for the Liverpool game, because the point you're making before, Flex, was even if you tweak things a little bit just for the Liverpool one to get out of there with a respectable defeat, it's kind of like, but you're going to lose anyway, and we're going to be in a bad moment anyway. I honestly, going into this game on Sunday, and I know it's last year we were a bit like the same. We were like, oh, we're going to go to Anfield, and here we go again. It's the season after the 7-0, and we were rubbish, and Liverpool were, I think, still at the time in the title race, what they were Klopp around sort of January and stuff. We were like, oh, this is going to be a nightmare. It was December we played them, and it was 0-0, and we were like, actually, it's not too bad, but we are so much worse, and they are so much better that I don't know. And that was, to be honest, that's maybe also why I was a bit quiet coming out of the game against Newcastle the other day, because I mentioned it the morning after. I just don't actually know what the solution is. When a problem feels so big and you're like, I don't actually know what the immediate quick wins are here, because we've tried a lot of quick wins. We've tried personnel changing. We've tried, obviously, prior to Ruben Amorim, different formations, and nothing really works. And now is a case of just like getting through this season, and we'll have enough. I saw your guys show on Tuesday. We'll have enough to get through. All the talk about relegation, all that kind of stuff, and it's not going to happen. It might be actually closer than we would care to admit. I mean, we might end up like 44 points or something like that, and we might be like, no, that was a bit close at certain points. Or there might be certain games where we go, we've really got to win this game, otherwise, we might get dragged into something, which I don't think will happen. But it's just, even in like the summer, with the summer coming up with the transfers and people going, this person's got to come in, this person's got to come out, and all that, you sort of go like, even this summer, like, it's not going to get massively better coming out of this summer. It will get a bit better, hopefully.
But isn't this more reason, Owen,
that means Ruben Amorim's not going to turn it around. If it gets to the summer, then it's kind of, you get into all systems go again, where it's like, okay,
but how much
we've got.
Half of them man are still going to be here. Do you know that?
But this is the other part, KG. Yeah. If it gets like, say, we're 14th, yeah. If it gets just like a bit better, we're still like just a top half side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to get like dramatically better. I think people that are assuming like, well, get some window and we'll be in the Champions. We'll be fighting to get into the Champions League next season, top 4.
No Champions League. No. I hope no one's thinking that. I'm talking about just the team almost like he hasn't, the things that he hasn't had, the pre-seasons, knowing his team and getting a few characters in there that he can really trust and believe in. Because it takes a few to really get this thing going again. Because there are some, like, I do believe in De Ligt, I do believe in Mazraoui, I believe in Lenny Euro, I believe in some of the kids copying stuff. So there's some good pieces there that are just not
a few to get it going again. KG, you've named like what four players there. You need a squad of like 18, 21 of top players.
Yeah,
but so it's more than a few to get it going, isn't it? Really.
But all of this stuff you guys are saying, yeah. This is, again, going back to the thing about tweaking and just like something might have to give, doesn't have to be formation. But like the fact that you're saying this, which is all true, like half of them guys are still going to be here in the summer, at least, because we're not going to like sell 15 and bring 15 in. That's not going to happen.
Not that.
So he's still going to have to work with a lot of them next year. So like he has to work with them for the rest of this year. There's a good chunk that are still going to be here next year. There has to be something that, like, not. I don't want to say cater to the
system. Wouldn't you know the system, no Flex?
But the thing is, here's the thing. But then here's the thing that we're forgetting. As an echo somewhere. Here's the thing that we're forgetting or not remembering. Yeah, is that we say that these players, the criminals, it doesn't matter. That means we're saying we've got faith that if you just work with them a little bit longer, they'll get used to this and they'll be good in this system.
Yeah.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
Yeah.
You can keep working with Anthony throughout the summer and give him more training sessions in this. He's still going to be rubbish. You can still work with Martinez, Maguire, Dalot, Shaw. All right, Lindelof and Thing will go. Ericsson will go. There'll be a few that go, is like I said. Garnacho, Rashford probably be gone. Xerxes, Hoyle. You can still work with these guys over the thing. They're not going to just be better in this. They're not. They're just not. So this whole thing of like the
some players
time
can be
thing,
attackers, though.
he don't need time with these guys. We just need to get them out, and that's not going to happen just in the summer.
But don't you think some signings, and that's why I'm like kind of interested in this January window as well. Some players can just be a catalyst to get you through a mad situation. I remember
signings could be.
Yeah, I remember bringing in Bruno, and there was even when like that first arrival of Bruno and that period that he went on, it was 18 months of just lifting up the club. You can sign players that can have that level of effect on the team and the confidence around them and making other people feel confidence in their scoring ability and stuff like that. That could be it. A lot of people say, you know, with the Rashford thing, because that's not solved or done by any means. But then there's two players in Rashi, in Casemiro, that might not be here anymore, and the replacements could be a catalyst for positive change. There always has to be that space of, because while we feel like, I get it, as fans, we're allowed to feel no hope, nothing good's happening in this situation. But then I don't want those players getting into the game against Liverpool on the in things saying there's no hope, there's no chance, because we're finished. They have to almost somewhat believe in something. Amram has to put out a side that believe they can do something in that game. And then we have to, when we get to the window, we have to try and bring in players that believe they can add to the squad and change our season around. If they don't think they can, the battle's lost.
But that's where I think the no hope comes from, KG, isn't it? Is if we were in a position financially to do something, then I think there would be not optimism, I'm not sure what the right word is, but like maybe some hope to do something. It's just, once again, we've seen how difficult it is to move players on in the summer in sort of the proper window, let alone the January one. And we're just like, well, I'm like, certainly. That's why even like with the Rashford thing, I'm still like, I'll kind of believe it when I see it in January, because I just don't know how that's going to work. And then someone like you mentioned Casemiro there, which we tried to flog him to Saudi in the summer, no real takers. Plus, there's no incentive for him to leave, is there? You know, I know there's the whole, well, you just, leave him out the side and he's been frozen out a bit, but it's not like he's playing to get back into the Brazil squad or anything like that. He's just got highest earning contract, not going to get it elsewhere if he doesn't want to go to Saudi at this point. It's just a bit like, we kind of know it's when, and I know you have to sort of, like you said, with the players have to, you've got to believe you can go out there and get something, but when does it become a kind of definition of insanity? That would sort of, like the last few games against like even Forest and Bournemouth, when we were going into those games going, right, got to win those games because we've got Arsenal coming up, we've got Liverpool coming up, we've got this game coming up. And then they let us down. And eventually when they let you down so many times, you sort of just go, well, I'm not getting my hopes up because I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. And with the transfer window, I would have much more faith in this window, even if it seems unlikely. I'd have more faith if in the last few months there hadn't appeared to be this kind of chaotic behind the scenes going on with INEOS, where you're like, actually, now that Dan Ashworth's gone, who's right, Jason Wilcox is assuming his responsibilities a little bit, and Omar Barada, how involved is he getting? Sergeant Ratcliffe, how involved is he getting in, and all that kind of stuff like that. That, again, does not fill me with confidence in the January window that we're going to be acting like this well-oiled machine, because there just isn't the perception of that at the moment. Everything you could possibly think of about Manchester United is not the definition of a well-oiled machine at all.
But then that's when like important things have to happen in terms of in the community and stuff. And here's the INEOS call out, because they don't get a blight. This is their first window. This is was it second window? Because was the deal fully done? It's their first.
Yeah.
All right.
Dan Ashworth was on tour, mate.
Yeah, they were holding up the shirts with Dilip Mazraoui and all that.
They signed the shirt in the back when we was in San Diego. Whatever. They said this. Don't know how we're gonna get rid of it now, but yeah.
I don't think
we met Dan Ashworth and Jason
we met Dan Ashworth. Yeah. Was that such a long time ago? But then they don't get a blight. They don't get let off like in this, because we're almost saying, oh well, like could no hope. They've come in. This is and they promised this manager. Like, I like some of the stuff that Crookie's been saying, because it's true. You asked this manager to step out of his job when you knew he weren't fit and the squad wasn't fit for use. And then all of a sudden, Now you guys are in a situation of saying, well, nothing we can do. You can't say nothing can do. There must have been assurances. There must have been things you promised this manager when he wanted to leave Sporting at said time. So you can't say we can't do nothing, just fix it, because that's literally you've set him up to fail.
Yeah, but they might have said when you come, just know nothing's happening in January. It'll be the summer.
Then you have to be willing to
Ruben
understand.
probably knows that.
My job then I can't be under pressure. You know, when he said I worry for the manager. Well, how you sack somebody who you built this team for and he couldn't get a tune out of them. You now bring in me who plays a completely different style of football and I'm under pressure, but you're not going to give me anything. That don't make no sense.
This is what I'm saying, KG. This is why I worry, because these things are easier to say. You know, again, it's like the Graham Potter situation was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, we know it's chaotic, and no, we know it's going to be this, and we know it's going to be that. We're just getting through the season, wait till the summer. But if you keep losing and losing
3 months later, it's gone.
As we've seen with INEOS already, the precedent, and this is the other alarming part, the precedent has been set. They are not afraid to go back on a decision that they've made, whether it was Erik ten Hag of like, we're extending this contract mainly to get to the end of the season. We'll get through this season, then we'll figure it out. He's gone. Dan Ashworth, we'll wait for 5 months to get him. Oh, it's not working out. He'll be gone. Exactly. Why should we then think that if it's not working out with Ruben Amorim, that they won't get an itchy trigger finger and be like, oh, actually, we've got to go elsewhere. And that won't be his fault. That won't be Ruben Amorim's fault either.
And his things where he's saying it, we have a manager who's obviously smart. You know what I mean? He knows he's a tough cookie. He knows what's going on. We have a manager who's standing on that hill, by the way, from early. He's saying, well, then, you know, the club will have to make a choice and decision where they either change the manager or they do this. I have my idea, bro, my friend. Like, he's not phased.
Games with that, though, because he knows.
But he's not playing games because he's not changing anything. He's not playing no games.
He's saying to the media they're not changing anything, but it will be very weird. You know, someone that knows the truth, almost like, I know what's really going on here. These lot better not even think about it. Like, there's no way they've literally dragged me out. Like, I know they put the speaking, like no one can speak after they get fired from the club. So what? But you hear it like, I don't know how long later, 10, 15 months after, I can hear it in a book now that Ten Hag's true feelings on Man United and stuff. They don't want to do that with this guy. I don't think they want to play those games because he is incredibly honest. He's been honest the whole time. He's on Ralph Ragnick's settings, actually. And you will hear what he's truly thinking. These guys have said to me, and all this was promised, and they haven't. And INEOS right now, the goodwill is gone already.
This is why the fraud watch exists. Exactly, you're right. This is why it exists.
Gone already. If INEOS get rid of this manager, it would literally be, that's it. They put their nail in the coffin. They've already swept away disabled budgets, the parking, the charity,
Christmas bonuses,
Christmas bonus, Sir Alec, all of the stuff, and it would say, look at the mountain of things you guys have done. It's finished. I don't think there's any coming back. If they sack this manager, and you know, I don't know, go into the drop, something serious would have to happen. They're finished. They're done. It's over. And I don't.
But also, if you think about it, and this is really, really pessimistic here, we all agree we don't think we're going to get relegated. But if we spent some time in there, in that relegation zone, even some back-to-back games, because like we speak about, the problem is that everything is interlinked in some way. So you got the criminals players of like no mentality and struggling and stuff of like, boy, if they did have a 6-pointer against like somebody away from home, like you wouldn't fancy this lot. Like, so there's like criminality behavior in the playing squad. Then you've got the volatility of INEOS, who then have to think about the club, the money. We already don't have money. Oh my God. If we go down, if we stay here, we'd lose the sponsors by the minute. We can't do this. We can't be here. We thought Amorim was right. We have to step in. We didn't think this would be like this. We've got to step in. Then you've got the volatility of that. And that's why, again, if you're asking me to put money on it, I think Amorim would be all right. But I do see what Owen's saying in terms of like the longer, like if we take it 8-0 at Liverpool, if you then go to the Emirates, go out of the cup 4-0. If you then don't beat Southampton, you get a draw. And then the next game's, I don't know, don't even know, is it Fulham or something? Or that's Brighton at home, and you don't win that. They start getting jittery, and owners start doing not owners, but these guys are in control. They start to become more volatile. They start to become more ruthless. You know what I mean? And that's what worries me.
Well, you say dropping into like the relegation zone. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think, you know, we're 14th at the moment.
Yeah, we're probably not going to drop into the relegation zone.
If you get to like 16th, 17th, you know, those places where you go, this is
possible,
that's what I mean. That's why I say I don't think it's about, if they dropped into that, that's when that would happen. I think it's like, well, if it got like that, even if it was for like, it's just for a game until this happens, blah, blah, blah. I think there would be real concerns because
that moment they can't.
Everything's
a game.
Everything's a game of chicken right now between everyone. And again, this is the sort of chaotic part of it, which is why I'm saying I don't think there's one sort of small fix, because you go, okay, there's a game of chicken between Ruben Amorim and the players about this is my style, this is my formation, and the players effectively being like, we can't do it, we won't do it, we're not going to try, you know. And then you've got a game of chicken between sort of INEOS or the decision makers and Ruben Amorim sort of going like, now, I wonder what pressure they put on him. The same thing. I wonder if they have the same conversations with him. Remember, you know, the FA Cup final last year, and then there was the rumor of Jason Wilcox recommended to Erik ten Hag to play the 4-4-2 and to play Bruno as a false 9 and play 2 false 9s, and it works. We were like, it's so great. I wonder if they would do the same thing with Ruben Amorim and go, about that 3-4-3. I don't really think that's working. And if that starts happening, that's already more friction, isn't it? Going, don't tell me what to do, mate. You hired me to do this. You know, I'm only 6 weeks in, 7 weeks in. Don't like those are problems.
Ruben's listening to that though, because I
don't know.
Absolutely not. If they said, Ruben, change your formation, mate.
Oh no, he wouldn't. Yeah, he would. He'd just walk away.
He told you, lot, sack me.
Yeah. And he said I was employed for my idea. He said that's what he said it in the things already. I'm not changing because I was brought here for my idea.
That looks like a man that's very principled and knows what
he's not going to change.
So he knows what the plan is. He knows what the plan is. And
it's the fact that he's not going to change that worries me. I don't think he's going to change.
I'm not worried about that because I announced the argument, right, in terms of these criminals and the system and stuff. There were so many points in the game. I was like, Flex, this is not a system error. This is not a system thing. This is not a system error. These are a lack of just concentration, a lack of ability. Some of these players, like when you see
5 yards,
you lot are taking liberties. This is beyond system, because no system allows you to be this way in this game. How have you done this? There's 5 of you in the box. Why is he free? Why is that man free right now? Someone make sense to us.
No accountability to actually do your job as a professional footballer.
Yeah, so then this isn't about that, you know. And we've been getting on this merry-go-round, and hopefully things start to get clear, because we haven't spoken about Rashford. There's probably going to be news today on Rashi, like what's happening.
What did you think of that though? When you saw that he rejected them Saudi offers, what was you?
Rashford doesn't see himself as a Saudi player, so I was never expecting to go.
It's not about money. 35 million a year, blood clot. It's mad money, but it's not about that.
He was never getting to Saudi. Now, just because it doesn't suit his lifestyle. I've been in Saudi. There ain't no Belfast trips in Saudi, man. I don't know.
Well, that's the only reason. That's why.
Yeah.
When they saying that quite a few of the Saudi players don't actually even live in Saudi, I think as well. They live in sort of
they live in Bahrain.
I heard that live in Bahrain.
Actually, like nights out in Bahrain, I don't feel like he's gonna. Like Rashford looked like he was in a Weatherspoons in Belfast, bro. He didn't look like he was in the Brockdown club. Like he went in there like that. So. He's just not going to live the way he wants to. I like this news. And obviously, it's just speculation and talk. I like this OSIMHEN one, though. This Napoli one. Rashford getting a move to Italy. Napoli, it feels good. It does. Because he's not playing for this club anymore. Let's get this right. Rashford was left out. So while he's saying nonsense,
is that how Rashi speaks?
Yeah, man.
But you know, that's curious. You know, if you think about it, that wasn't curious. So the the story that he was sort of putting on his Instagram story was essentially that he had met with these agencies to broker like possibly a Saudi move or whatever. And he goes, false, not true. And then just so happens like the next day it comes out, he's rejected like 3 Saudi offers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the loophole is I did reject 3 Saudi offers, but I'm still with the same agency.
Exactly.
No, the loophole is, I didn't meet. Loophole is I didn't meet someone. Because
I saw Alex Crook say that actually sort of go, well, from what I understand, yes, he hasn't met with them, but lots of people representing him have met with lots of agencies.
Exactly. Bro, he come out and said he's ready for a new challenge, so everything's fair game. People are approaching his camp all the time. They've put this whole camp have put the feelers out. His whole camp have made him go to the school and say, well, I'm ready for a new challenge, and when I leave, you'll hear from me. So it's like that's just made every club like let's just deep what's happened here. That's every single agent, every single club, sporting director, whoever makes transfer decisions at all the big clubs. That's them going. Rashford alert, Rashford alert, Rashford alert. Then make them do the number crunching. Whoa, let's approach. What does it look like? How far is he willing to drop his wages? Ringing his brother Dwayne and all that, saying, so how far would he be willing to drop it? What does that look like then? There's going to be discussions.
Yeah,
that's lying 101, isn't it? When you just go, well, I didn't lie. I just told an alternate version of the truth. You know what I mean? So he goes, I haven't met with any agency. My brother has. And you go, oh, well, it's not really.
When I knew that he was not serious, is he would have got an eyebrow raiser from everyone. You see the Andy Mitten thing, yeah?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's crazy.
Him a liar.
Yeah,
if he called him a liar, which I knew he didn't want to play those games. If he said, Andy, you know what he's done. You've seen him with some fan channels. He said lies. He's literally had the post and just said his part.
Yep.
He should have done it to Andy Mitten. And I know Andy would have been ready for him. He would have said,
He would have come with receipts. Yeah.
He would have come with big receipts. So then he knew what to do. He waited for the sun, as you said. We're still waiting on the players with their t-shirts for Wan-Bissaka for them.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on Sheikh Jassim.
By October, David De Gea is going to make a sensational return to Manchester United. That was last November.
Yeah. And then at the time of recording, guys, at the time of the recording, because we could be wrong, there's a lot of time that's going to elapse. But at the time of the recording, the Chris Wheeler story, was it Chris Wheeler, Owen, who put out these rejected 3?
Yeah.
I think it was. I haven't seen no, I haven't. Now, like, why are you not coming out and saying more lies or something?
That was my point. You set a dangerous precedent, and I know, when I said that on the show, someone said, "Oh, you can't dispel every story." And you go, "Yeah, but you play a dangerous game," and you go, "Well, that's not true," because naturally the follow-up response is, "Well, you go, well, then what is?" Because there's a lot, and they're all saying different things. So, like to KG's point, is he coming out and going, I'm not going to Napoli. No, he's not saying that, is he? And if you come out and say like the Sun, the Sun, it's rubbish. Well, yeah, obviously, yes.
Link up with call McTominay. McTominay's like, mate, they are gonna love you.
Yeah, it's all right over here. Yeah, Rashford would be worship,
mate.
God,
mate, you pull up as you thought my pull up was different. As soon as you land in this airport, they will be tracking your plane. McTominay's telling him everything. He said, weather's good. Like, the fans want you to do a bit, but you'll score goals here, mate.
But for the record, KG, you think Rashford's going to run for Conte? Antonio Conte, you think he's going to run for Conte?
Yes, he would.
Do you know what, Owen? Do you know what? Here's my honest thing on that. Exactly. I do think, and we have to wait to see when he leaves, if he leaves, because actually that Chris Wheeler thing was also saying he's training really well and everyone's really well done. He's doing his job, and basically he's also open to staying. He's just waiting for his call up. So we'll talk about I just believe he's doing it. He's just training. Yeah, he's just doing his job.
That's why
he's training really well to show he's a professional. You don't believe someone that went to a school and said, "I want to leave," and now he's training really well.
That's why I went. That's why when it was an interesting coincidence, like the day after he goes on Instagram to say it's not true, it comes out, you rejected all of these Saudi offers, just to hammer home the point of, I don't want to go to Saudi, you know.
But the thing about the Napoli thing is, like what would Rashford do if he left? I honestly do believe that if he goes somewhere else, I do think he'll run around. I do think he'll run around. I think if he went to Napoli, they are what? they're joint top with Atalanta and Inter just below. That's tight.
Serie A is unbelievable this season.
Yeah, very, very tight. And even Lazio, 35 points, but really the top three anyway. You know, so they're joint 41 points with Atalanta, right? And that atmosphere there, the amount of love he will get, he will be a king again. He will be a king instantly. I think he would run.
They can offer you. It makes if I'm his brother, I'm saying this is the smartest deal you could ever do. And let's break it down. Look at what happened with Lukaku. You have to look at who's gone there before.
Yeah, Lukaku's the king. He's still there now playing.
No, but Lukaku got the move back into the Premier League after a great spell in Italy. It's not like you're not a part of things anymore. Mash it up in Italy. If you can win them the title, even better. I'll get you a move back into the Premier League, or I'll get you another big club. There's one more big move for you before this is over. Before your career's over, let's go and do something in Italy like Lukaku did, and we still have one more massive move. And that's it. And you're going to be loved. Everything you're looking for, you're going to have that you don't have at Man United. And McTominay has to be the almost the barometer, because has Marcus Rashford and McTominay experienced similar things in their Man United career? Absolutely. The fans didn't like them at certain times in their career, or said, they didn't feel was loved. And what they are going to get is immediate reception with those fans. McTominay was shocked as he went through the airport, bro.
You'd have to think about the financial side of it though as well, obviously, because when you look at the Napoli wages, the highest paid player is Lukaku. He's on 120k a week, right? Yeah. That's the highest paid player.
They've got
Marcus Rashford's currently what, 300 plus. So he'd have to accept a pay cut.
They might be able to pay for a permanent, like even just for the end of the season. If it's a loan, Man United would go, right, we'll pay 150, you pay 150. Or some form of whatever they can do that season. But they still be paying Osman something.
They still got an issue with. We both have a technical difficulty right now. Like they have an Osman difficulty. Like it didn't go well. Had to send him to Turkey. That's not what they wanted to do. Now with us, we have a situation with our striker. This isn't good right now, and we both could help each other. We have a relationship already. I don't think it's this could be just me being really hopeful, but it makes sense for all parties involved to hash this conversation out and see what can come of it.
Yeah, if the players want it. And I did read that Napoli have a clause where they can basically recall Osimhen off loan and sell him for certain prices and stuff like that. I did read that. But like you say, it depends. It depends on the players. Does Osimhen want to leave Galatasaray now and come to the Premier League and play for Man United?
Yes.
You'd say yes, but does Rashford want to go to Napoli now on a permanent and they sort of do a loan to the end of the season?
Yes.
Does he want to do that? I feel like you're saying yes because you're going, well, that's what needs to happen.
He doesn't play football.
He doesn't play football. We haven't discussed any other options.
No, I'm saying he doesn't play at the moment. He's got more chance of playing for them than he has to play for us.
I'm talking about other clubs.
With the Optimum one as well, he might be like, I'll stay in Turkey for the rest of the season, win a title, Galatasaray, and then Man United are a mess. Like this is also genuinely a thing we got to think about when it comes to United. Is lots of players will just be like, I'll wait and see how that one plays out, mate. You know what I mean? I'll wait till the summer.
I feel like this guy was in a United kit growing up, and he's young, and he feels this club can do confusing things to players.
KG, let me be honest here. Have you already bought your Optimum mask? Is that what we're?
I will take him if they're telling me that's the upgrade.
Really? You surprised me, KG.
I would take him honestly right now. Let's look at what we got right now. We got Xerxes, Rasmus Højlund, and Rashford. We have three strikers. Yeah, and like how we feel about all three strikers, right? Let's try and get one that's actually a striker, like that actually can do the striking job. It makes so much sense. I'm canvassing for this one so hard because it does just make sense, guys. It
all the factors marry up. That's why the factors
forget nationality, and that there probably some of that is there, yeah. But it's not even about that. It's about it's literally this club is on the floor. And we need something. We need to be ruthless in front of goal. We actually had chances in the game we played the other day. We had
Yeah,
chances.
Arsenal would have scored those two. Yeah,
we had chances, and you're telling me that you don't give that to a quality striker. That doesn't change your. It just lifts the team, lifts the season.
Didn't I watch you covering the AFCON, was it last season, whatever it was, and you were very, very critical of OSIMHEN.
He had a stinker though, didn't he?
He did have a stinker, but then some people are better for their clubs than they are for the international team. And if I'm gonna get one of those, because we have it the other way around, we have the players amazing internationally, come home stinker. Fred, Brazil, fantastic. Even probably Anthony was probably putting in better performances for Brazil as well. Dropped him now, but I'm saying like a lot of these players, a lot of those players, international, fantastic club. If it's gonna be the opposite, I'll rip their hand. I'm chomping off the bit.
Mate, I can't see it. I don't know. There's a lot that needs to happen.
I would love
in KG layman terms of this plus that plus this equals this. It's very easy, but
yes,
football transfers obviously they just don't work like that. I can't see it, and I'm just that's really interesting actually. That last bit. Let's just discuss that really quickly. Disgrace cheat.
It's my dad.
Oh, just the Gary.
He's probably calling me for the donation. Let me tell him I'm live. 1 sec. Let's go. Dad, I'm streaming, Dad. I'm live.
Sorry?
I'm streaming, Dad. I'm live.
Okay. Yes, streaming. Okay, I beg you.
Yes.
I've got an urgent message for you on the WhatsApp. Urgent message.
All right.
Please answer it.
Oh, no problems, Dad. Love you to bits. Bye. It's always urgent message.
Yeah. Did you tell him that you don't respond to them as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No matter what, it's gonna be, and it's something so silly. Thank you for the donation that you have sent. This, yeah.
Mr. Gary is a legend. He's a living legend, like an absolute legend.
Rap about you if you're alive.
Hello, good morning, welcome.
Welcome to the podcast.
Urgent message. Urgent message. What's up?
There you go.
You sent it already. You sent the message already.
I'm so on point, guys. You won't believe it.
Oh, thank you for the donation or whatever. Yeah. Thank you for something. Well, at least he rings you to express his gratitude. That's good.
May God replenish you 1 billion-fold.
Is that what he actually says right now?
He said, thank you for your usual standing order. May God replenish you 1 billion-fold. Then he's got his important message in there. I love my dad. Why does he message me?
May God replenish you.
Why? But why does he message me like he's not his son?
Yeah, like you're just an acquaintance.
So formal. It feels so.
You're an investor. You're a donor. So you're nice. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Gary making a cameo, man. Shout out Mr. Gary. What a guy. What a guy. He's just a living legend, honestly. He really is. And obviously off screen, when KG tells you some of the stories, this guy, he's just there used to be a program about Mr. Gary.
No, there needs to be.
It actually does. It actually does. I need to meet him.
You know, they add extra to always naming it. It's OWEN there.
It's brilliant. Mr. Gary. What was I even saying? Oh, sorry, just quickly. That thing about Rashford. That he is open to stay. You know, he's waiting for his call up and stuff like that. Can I just ask this one thing? Is there a way where we look back on this and go, remember that time when we thought Rashford wanted to leave and then like Ruben and him just sorted it out and then he just like was in our team again and it just wasn't a thing? Can this go away? Or is the only thing that he leaves?
I leave this to Owen.
I could see that in the sense of he doesn't go anywhere in January, so you might have to use him for the rest of the season. I could see something like that maybe, and then you never know what could happen with Ruben, and then maybe Rashford, gets another life. But nah, I think he clearly doesn't rate him, does he? He's clearly not a fan, Ruben Amorim, and it's like we said the other day, wasn't it? When he was included in the squad against Newcastle, that didn't really change anything. You know,
Nothing.
It didn't. He didn't. If anything, it hammered the home.
Made it worse.
Hammered the point home even more because he didn't even come on. You know, he showed up with his new haircut, and then you know nothing happened. So yeah, it just I do get people when they sort of go, they're a bit tired of it in the sense of, you know, the constant, is he or isn't he going to be in the match day squad? And then when he is, you're basically looking towards the bench every 5 seconds. Is he going to come on? Isn't he going to come on? And then he doesn't. And you go, it's all very performative, isn't it? It feels very like bigger. And I just don't think that gets resolved until he goes. The problem is, and it's the same problem that we have a lot of players. I suppose maybe it just isn't as big with Rashford, with other players. So it's kind of similar to like a Casemiro, isn't it? Really, where you go, it's this big player, a lot of money they're on. No one really wants them. What do we do? Well, I guess we just got to keep them for a bit, don't we? Until someone does come in, and then to Cage's point, rip your arm off.
Yeah, I think there are takers for Rashford. It's just, what does the money look like? It depends on Rashford and his camp. Like, there are people who will want Rashford. Like, I know we say he's rubbish, he can't do nothing, he don't run, attitude. Like, there are clubs that will want Marcus Rashford, absolutely. But
I think that it's
the
almost
economics of
not on the current terms. Yeah.
Not on
I
the current
think
terms.
it's almost done though. That's what I'm saying. They pushed him out. The club is. This is not a surprise. Omar Barada, like if they are, like I know we're now judging every decision they make because they're just having stinker after stinker in PR, right? But then they've almost Casemiro. If Casemiro does end up in a Saudi league, they've done a piece, but they've done something there because Casemiro wasn't trying to leave before, and he's seen what life's like on the bench. Ugate's playing. He knows in his heart, he knows that he can't do more than Ugarte in his team. He can't run about in the same way. So he can't expect to play ahead of Ugarte. That just doesn't make sense. Sometimes when you have an Anthony in there, like, you're actually disrespecting me playing Anthony when I could help the team more than that guy can. He can't run like Ugarte. Is he gonna play in the 8 position next instead of Bruno? Absolutely no chance. His chances are small, and he's not a 10. So Casemiro's thinking to himself, do I want to spend the rest of my life like this? I've made all the money. I've won Champions Leagues. I can move to Saudi. That move makes sense. Now for the Rashi one, he's now saying to himself, this situation with this manager, he's not going to give me the freedom that I expected. Usually a lot of managers buckle to me and they change their system or they change something. They make special dispensation for me. This manager's not doing that. He's not backing down. Said he called me out before on the way I eat or the way I do this or the way I do that. And ever since then, I haven't got back into the team. So I must have been the one that offended him more than Garnacho did. And now I'm still not playing. I have to think of my life outside of this club. And now this is where we're going. So there's no way you could have done all of this to keep him. There's no chance. This guy will be gone in this January window. It's where to that all we're trying to work out is what club are we sending you to? Because you would have played at some point. He would be, if he was like Garnacho's going to be here for this window, he's not going to go anywhere. Hence why he's part of the system. You would have reintegrated Rashford fast.
I think the intention is what you're saying. But if economics don't allow, there is a way he could still be there.
Oh yeah,
but they are saying all of what you're saying is they're going phase him out. Don't worry about using him. January's around the corner. Keep him out of the limelight, even though they put him in the squad. But there's no point investing into trying to tweak your formation with him part of it because he's not going to be here. So don't work.
Not going to be here, and it's a failure. If he doesn't, it's a failure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but then what we do know, like you said, with economic climate, with Rashi, it's a very complex deal to make happen, and it's like they might have to just go, boy. You might have to do the thing of like just preserve his value to the summer. Just get him alone anywhere. Just get him alone to the end of the season. There's not even an obligation. Obviously, we want an obligation of something in the summer, but again, you're dealing with Rashford and his cat. This is Rashford's first move of his career. He ain't gonna just do it easily, even though he wants to leave and stuff. We could all say, "Hurry up, take the first thing." You're the one who wants to go. Let's look at what's around Rashford. Come on, they're gonna drag. They think they're Rock Nation, bro. They think he's LeBron, bro. This is like they think it's like LeBron having to change teams. That's in that camp. That's what they think they are. So there's not going to be one phone call of like, we've just spoken to Napoli. Conte said he wants a thing, so we sorted out the way. No, unless we're getting this, we're not moving. Thank you. Speak to you tomorrow. Like that's what's going to happen. Standoffs, everything. So this is a really complex deal to do. It really, really is. And it depends on Marcus. It depends on how willing is he to have a clean break. Does he say to his camp, listen, I don't care if I have to take a little bit less. Just let me clear my head for 6 months. Just get me somewhere till August so that there's something. Or, you know, he might go, oh, obligations. I don't really want to do that yet because I don't know how I'm going to feel then. I might really miss it. Or I might. It's all going to be about him. Do you know what I mean? But then INEOS have to be firm. This Omar Barada thing, how ruthless are they willing to be? This is the chicken thing that Owen's talking about with the players and the thing in general. It's in this Rashford deal because you've got INEOS that are saying, you ain't taking the piss out of us. We're ruthless. Yeah. We're shifting you out. There is no place for you here anymore. And we're making it clear. We will rip up your contract or we will pay you off or we will do whatever it takes. And then there's Rashi saying, yeah, you want to come and do those ruthless stuff. Like you say, I'm poster boy. I'm Rashford. I've got this in my hand that's signed. So I've got the power. So I'm not going anywhere I don't want to go. Just because it works for you, because you can get wicked OSIMHEN and wear the mask and stuff. I don't want to go there. No, I want to go Spain. I know that Atletico thing, they'd be speaking to my agents. So I want you to negotiate with them or I'm not going. Then there's a problem. So there's so much stuff that could happen, which is where they could both not want to cut their nose off to spite their face. And he's still here come flipping, you know what I mean, February the 2nd or February the 1st, whatever it is, when it ends. So yeah. We shall see. We shall see, people. We shall see. There you go. That is the Trinity episode 46. Powered by Oxford Natural, as you can see there. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the video description below and use code UnitedView to get up to 70% off your Oxford Natural supplements. Make sure you get involved, guys. You've all seen the videos. You've all seen the progress. You've all seen the journey that we've been on and what those guys are doing. We'll be doing some more stuff with Dr. Andre regarding injuries this month as well. Interesting because there's a couple, you know what I mean? I think we're going to have been on this Mason Mount thing as well. And there's a lot going on. So smash a like on the video, subscribe to Owen Wrestle News 3655555. Subscribe to KG Dak comedian.
Well. No, KG like changed it.
Rebranded.
Oh,
he's rebranded.
Rebrand.
Yeah.
What's it? KG Reckless Sport. It just allows me to now get my KG bag. Now I can do some sketches, some comedy, some other stuff. So it was too football heavy, bro.
Yeah. Okay. This is what we want to hear. The whole world that's in Kevin Gary's brain.
Branded.
That's what it is. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to KG. What? KG. What was it?
KG
Record Sport. Yeah. It's not even KG Record Sport. It's called just Record Sport.
KG Record Sport.
KG's Record Sport.
Make sure you subscribe to KG's. I like that. It's got a little edge. It's got a little edge, mate. Yeah. Get subscribing, guys. We are out.
Logo.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. 2025.
Yeah.
Ladies, guys, we are out of here. Peace.